live. That's official. We are live. It has been a crazy 24 hours. And yet here we are. Shut up, dogs. Be right back. Hey guys, sorry about that. Hubby forgot something and had to let him back in. How are you guys doing? I'm shuffling my cards, trying to get ready. It has been a crazy day already. Rather tasty. All right, princess, what do we got? So we got the Three of Pentacles. It's in reverse. So normally when we have the Three of Pentacles, it means, you know, working together with people to fix an issue within one's life. But it does seem like there's a disconnect between that loss of opportunity, truth still being dug up, and watching one's words. So I'm not sure what you got going on, baby, but hopefully it gets better. Hey, how are you doing, Jaleesa? I haven't seen you in a while, I don't think. I don't feel like I have. JJ, you got the Two of Cups. You're going to be meeting with somebody. Don't know who it is, but there is going to be a meeting between you and someone else. Now, this could be a business meeting, a relationship meeting, or just getting back with old friends. Let's see what we got for Bree. What has the cards got for Bree today? Bree. I feel like there's chaos. All right, so we got the Three of Cups. So that means that we're not celebrating. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles that follow, which is followed by not letting go. So you got someone stringing you along. I don't know who it is, but that's what I get from this one, okay? We got someone stringing us along, and it seems like you can't get rid of them. And then let's see what we got for Jaleesa. You got quite a bit going on, baby. Let's see. We got decisions, Wheel of Fortune, which basically means good things to come. Not skating on ice anymore. Looking back at people who are basically trying to start shit, and you're like, forget you. But you do have an internal struggle that you're dealing with. So this is what I want you to focus on, okay? So whatever your internal struggle you got going on between you and what's going on around you, you need to try to find peace with it, baby. You're very welcome, Bree. Does feel like chaos, though, with you. And not everything is being shown. Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords. For too long, I'm going to have to end up putting this back up. Hey, how are you doing, baby? Oh, thank you for reaching out over the weekend. I do appreciate it. You're trying to cater too much to people. The reason I say that, I see this card, It seems like we're putting on a show for people. You need to speak what's true to you instead of what you think people want to hear. Hey, son, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm doing good, just family stuff, We got the 10 of Swords in reverse, so this means that we're finally starting to heal. We're healing, but we still feel like we've lost something important to us, and now we're gonna. So in the future, just know that you're gonna have a few thoughts kind of go in your head. Not all of them are gonna be positive, but you got to move past it. Okay, just see life as a journey. Kind of take inspiration from the Fool, where if you keep on looking back, you're not going to be able to look ahead. You know what I mean? And you're going to be repeating the same cycles over and over and over again. You need to kind of stop the cycle, so to speak. You're very welcome, sweetie. So, while I'm on here, I'll tell you about my night last night and part of the reason why I wasn't back on. So, last night I got off the phone with the hubby. Things were going good. I ended up getting caught up into this show called Sex and Life, which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, you totally need to see it. Because the member that this guy has, oh my lord, it's like a T-Rex on the run. It's huge. Anyway, if you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about, or you're just really good at picking up when I'm throwing down. But while I was watching that, we got a call from some family that's on the husband's side, and his dad was in the hospital. So from what I know now, he's got a possible tumor in his bladder. And they are planning to do, I think, a biopsy. It is Thursday to find out what's going on, if it's cancerous or not. So with all that going on this week, plus, all the stuff that's been happening, we ended up postponing our picnic that was supposed to happen this Sunday, and we moved it to August. Hey, Julie, how are you doing, sweetie? So that's kind of where I've been in the last about 24 hours. All right, so we got the 2 of Cups. That means that we've got 2 lovers coming together, Julie, which is also followed by the 6 of Pentacles. So when this person comes back, someone from the past coming back to kind of reunite and kindle, just know that there's some things that they're bringing with them that they need to say, things that need to be spoken. Do you think you're hexed or something? I do not think I'm hexed. I see it as a life. You know what I mean? Not everything is a hex. The reason I say that is because, if we look at my brother's been dealing with addiction for over 2 years. And it finally came to a head. He's getting help. So yes, it was craziness for a week, but he got the help he needed. Now, as far as his father, his dad has always been the type of person that he doesn't want to go to the hospital. He neglects himself medically. Eventually things get caught up with you, especially, when you're not really doing much, walking around, being active a whole lot, and you're smoking and everything else. That's just life. Eventually your body breaks down, especially when you hit that age. So even though that's how I see it, it doesn't diminish, the hurt that the kids feel and everything else. But this weekend I will be doing some work. I've already got my schedule working, and I've also got the coven coming over Sunday so we can put this into action to nip it in the ass. Because that's what we do as witches. We manipulate our reality. Sometimes it'll work. Sometimes it doesn't, depending on what it is. But at least we can, ask for help or get help from the spirits that be. So, yeah. That's one thing, with hexes. Normally, hexes will be everything kind of just goes downhill. Depending on what it is. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just got to see life as life. Can't really stop it. But I do appreciate you bringing it up because it is something that can be talked about. Yeah, I have been hexed many times. And that's the thing, like, my spirituality is different than his family spirituality. And, like, I told the hubby, I'm like, I'll do what I can, but we'll have to see where it goes, you know what I mean? Because when it comes to healing and things like that, I've done some stuff before and it works, but it's one of those things where you can heal somebody in the moment, but if it's something that is meant to be, eventually it's going to catch up with them anyway. So it's been one of those days. Halfway there, well, living on a prayer. How are you doing, Duncan, my dear? We got today and tomorrow in reverse. So it doesn't feel like there's anything really, with today and tomorrow being in reverse, instead of putting things off, you need to actually face them in the moment. If your energy healer is so drained. Exactly. And that's the thing, like, it's hard. Because I know how it is to lose a parent. And, even though he's older, my husband, and his family is older, it's still just, it's hard to be there for somebody because you never know how someone is going to truly grieve over a major loss. I'm not saying that it's going to be that. But, you know what I mean? It just kind of gives me a clue of what to expect if something ever does happen like that. But we don't speak those things into existence when we're going to be doing workings. We think of positive. Yes, you may, my dear. All right, let's see what we got for Haley baby today. Haley baby, you're peaceful among thorns. This basically tells me that you got a lot of bullshit around and you're trying to keep your calm. Which, the child I was meant to be, which is triggering some things from childhood, and you're trying to see the brighter side of it due to evolution, because we got gilded regret in reverse. So just keep on doing you, and remember to kind of keep yourself in check, you know what I mean? Because when life gets chaotic, we forget about ourselves. Patricia, how are we doing, my dear? So through the heart, and you're too late, and you give love bad name. We can do this all day, Duncan. As long as I know the lyrics, I can hum it. Patricia. Patricia, my dear, we got the Three of Wands in reverse, which means that your enemies are soon to become your friends, and your friends are soon to become your enemies. Not everybody has been truthful, my baby. Bon Jovi, my band. I know I love Bon Jovi. I'll tell you what, that man has gotten old gracefully and still looks fucking hot. You're very welcome, sweetie. At least in my opinion. Like, to be good looking, talented, and then humanitarian, checks all the boxes. I wish you would do more with the soul kitchen, though. You know what I mean? Like, set it up in every city to where there could be a soul kitchen, because I love the concept of it. My childhood bully is looking very attractive lately. This is what you do. You get with them, you have some fun time, and then you just cut them off. Cut them completely off. Make it so where when you did the hookup, it was so good they can't get it off their mind, and it's driving them nuts. Either that, or go down the line, and if they have siblings, get with the siblings. But could you imagine that Yule dinner? That would be interesting. I'm going to do a card pool. See what's going to end up happening between his father and everything. just to see where we're at. All right, so that's not good. I don't know. We got very above. 3 of Pentacles, non-celebration. Oh, I do not like this spread. Okay, so we got the Hermit, which means he's getting out of his shell. The 10 of Pentacles, worrying family. Page of Cups. No, that's basically, since it's herbs and stones, that's talking about him being in the hospital. The Tower moment. I do not like that. That means that his health is going to decline even more. And then we got the 8 of Swords. The 5 of Cups. Where it's going to spread. And it's not going to be just. Yeah, it's not looking good. So, since I know what it looks like before, because here, I'll show you guys what I got. The Hermit in reverse, okay? So his dad is somebody who doesn't really get out a whole lot, but he does, but not, really, you know what I mean? Like what we would think of. So that's basically telling me that he got out of the house. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, family in shambles, which they are. Then we got the Page of Cups, which means getting medical treatment in this instance. Then we got the Tower. Tower is not good for obvious reasons, destruction. 3 of Pentacles, celebration in reverse, which means not celebration. The Winds, despair, any life by request. So, that would be my spell work. 5 of Cups, reveals secrets to increase one's intellect and spreads destruction by fire. So that tells me that something's going to end up spreading. And then we got Justice in reverse, so it's going to be unfair. I don't know. Would like me to double check on my deck? Would you or get my opinion? Yeah, go for it. I mean, I never deny someone wanting to pull some cards. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the best person for anybody to want to do a reading, even though people are scared to give me a reading. Like, read me, bitch. Give me what you want. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy it. To me, let me be your puppet. That's how I see it. How are you doing, Corlinda? Hey, honey. Corlinda, we got your guides coming through today. So our perception of things do not need to change. So whoever's telling you that you don't know all the facts, because that's what it kind of feels like you got someone telling you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know the truth. I'm telling you right now, your perception is right on fucking point. You don't need to change your perception. Nourishing the soul doesn't need to happen. Protecting the wild and green in reverse, which means vulnerability. And then we've got embrace the masculine, which means that we don't need to embrace it. So I don't know if it's a guy lying to you or what, but there is some shit fuckery going on. Let's pull I See You with my deck, my dark deck. Okay, so we got childlike, masquerade, and wanting to cry. Why are you sad? I see you. The reason I say that is because when I get masquerade and I get why I won't cry for you, that tells me that we're hiding emotions from somebody or the world. And then we got parasite. So someone's leeching off of this. I don't know who it is, but you got someone leeching off of your pain. And then bride in a cage, wanting to be free or getting free, and then focusing on oneself. So yeah, you got some stuff that you got to work out, baby, but you're going to end up going in the right direction. So I see you. I see ya. Huggles, baby. Because I can feel it. It's one of those things where you want to break down, but it feels like if you break down, then everything crumbles. So just know, baby, we're here for you. Wallflower, how are you doing, sweetie? How have you been? Just a wallflower. Ooh, we got the 10 of Wands. So we got hidden secrets coming into being. Got the Ace of Cups, which is bringing old friends into play. And then we got the King of Swords. Reveals knowledge in forthcoming battles. So, Knight of Swords. Be prepared. You got a battle ahead, baby. Doesn't mean it's going to be like super bad. It just means that you got some stuff that you're going to have to handle. He is scared of changing the routine. Even the routine he has is slowly hurting him. He needs to stop the BS and pay attention. That's what I got from cards. Straight up, baby. Straight up. And it's like I even told the hubby, I was like, now, by the way, this is my, like, therapy and stuff for talking to you guys, you know what I mean? Kind of getting my thoughts out because, you know, I'm everybody's little witcher that they come to. But, it's almost like the energy he gives off is one of, like, I'm just ready to go. You know what I mean? And I hate to say that, and I don't know why. But it's almost like being so tired of being sick and tired and just ready to be done. So I can totally see that. Oh, man. By the way, this weekend, I am going to work on putting my room together. And I am going to do a video for that. Yeah, you can get in line. Jessica? I think that's how you say your name. It's almost like Jessica with a D. The way that I do it is I give everybody a general 1-card pull. Now, when we do hit 1,000, I will be giving everybody, like, every day they come in, they get a free question. So, I'll go ahead and see what we got for you today, though, baby. And we're going to be doing a 24-hour live once we hit 1,000. All right, so we got the Empress, which means that we're traveling, trying to focus more on our future than our past. We got the 7 of Pentacles, which deals with, you know, feeling like some of our things that we've done, we didn't do with dignity, and it kind of makes us ashamed a little bit. Then we got the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is, whenever I see Pentacles, I see knowledge, I see growth, and I see gain. To me, this seems like a spiritual experience, okay? So, you know, you can't change who you were, but you can change what you do. You grow every day. So don't let that 7 of Pentacles kind of drag you down, you know what I mean, and kind of bring down your self-worth. Is this free or paid? Paid. I do questions paid. I can do long readings paid. Those I charge for. General 1-card pulls, no. I need to spread the word of your channel more. Baby, I've seen it like this. You know, the people who need to be here will be here. The people that it draws in, you know what I mean, are meant to be. Because every day, like, realistically, last year, I think it was like September, I started really, like, doing stuff on this channel. Or it might have been earlier, I can't remember. But from that point, when we only had like 30 people to now, like, we've grown a lot. So, you know, growth doesn't always have to be super fast, and it's something that I'm learning. Well, baby, I already did you. Okay. So, Tessica, the way that I do it is if it's a general reading, which means you don't get to ask questions. It's basically what the cards want to tell you at the moment. You get 1 free every time that you're live. So that's kind of why I do it. So that way, if no one has money, they can at least come here and get that. Whenever we hit a milestone, you get a free question. So the longer you stay here, the more easier it'll get. Plus, on the holidays like Yule or Samhain, I normally go ahead and throw out a freebie for everybody anyway. Hey, Butterfly, how are you doing, baby? Ooh, what do we got? We got the 4 of Cups. Stretching yourself out too thin, baby. Stretching yourself out way too thin. And also, you got some people around you who have It's one of those things where you get people coming to you and you're like, why are you talking to me? You never really talk to me. What is it that you want? Be prepared for that. And I think that's kind of where we're getting stretched thin a little bit too. So I'm okay now. I'm subscribed. Yeah, you're okay, baby. And thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Because I see it like this. You guys subscribe, even if you never bought a reading, you're just helping build the channel. You know what I mean? Hey, Sika, how are we doing, baby? My ancestors keep telling me to go to sleep, but I don't want to. Ooh, Sika, we got Capricorn in reverse. That means that we are at a halt. What has stopped us? And then we got the 9th house. So it's either something that's stopping us spiritually or something that's stopping us physically. And we have an itch to scratch. Basically, we need to move. We need, there's I don't want to be stagnant. I don't want to just sit around. I want to go, 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 go. Oh my God, I am kind of dot. Yes. Thank you. Have a nice night. You too, Tessica. Nice to meet you. I love it when some of your guys' energy comes through because it's I can tell the slight difference. It's almost like when you know someone's behind you, but they're far, far away, but you can still feel it, but it's very lightly. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. I am good, my dear butterfly. Just, going with the course of life. I watch movies. I just got a new job that I start next month. Ugh. And I am going through a breakup situation. Ooh. Okay, so bestie, here's what we're going to do. You're going to go on Netflix, okay? You're going to binge watch Sex and Life. And it's going to be so awesome, okay? Get you some good snacks. Enjoy your moment. And then once you get through that whole series, then I want you to sit down and focus and write yourself a plan. What is the goals you want to achieve? And then I want you to put it somewhere like your mirror or like your altar if you have an altar, or somewhere in your house where you're going to look at it every day, okay? And then I want you to say, I believe, I can, and I will achieve, okay? And when you do that, you're going to start getting that motivation and getting that manifestation started, okay? And if you start doing that, you're going to start getting the things that you want. New pathways will start opening. I like and subscribe. Well, thank you, Angel, but I do charge for questions, my dear. But you do get a free card, so let's see what we got for you, sweetie. Ooh, and we got the 12th house. You're ignoring some emotions that you need to face, baby. And it's going to lead you to balance. And we got some miscommunication issues. So I don't know what's kind of got you in this need to hold on to something, but it's time to let it go. You need to find balance in yourself before you can fix the miscommunication, okay? Great, will do. I'm about to donate. Well, you donate, baby. By the way, your guys' donations last night helped me buy pizza because I didn't have the time to cook because of everything that was going on, and helped me buy Chinese for today so I could eat without having to, cook. So thank you. It's not what it was intended to go to, but that's what the universe decided for me to do. And chicken lo mein is amazing. Questions I charge for. Actually, I think I copied that. Did I? Yep. There we go. Questions, are charged. You still do free readings? I do free readings. They're the one card pulls, and I just pulled yours, which I can't remember what exactly yours was. So you'd have to go back for that. But when we hit 1,000, we will be doing free questions. So if you guys want to help us hit 1,000 quicker, you can share it with friends, get people to subscribe, and then, for a week, Every day I'm live that week, you guys can come in and get a free question answered that week. Anita, let's see what we got for you in the cards today, baby. All right, we got Jupiter, Mars, and Neptune. So we're repeating the same cycles. A lot of conflict that is leading to an energy imbalance. You need to get rid of the conflict. Neptune doing the same shit over and over again. It could just be a pattern that you're in, you know what I mean? And it doesn't mean the pattern's bad, but this need to fight with somebody, that is creating negativity around you. Okay, 2 questions, but I don't want to take a look at advice. Okay, what? But I do, okay, I do, not I don't. I do want to take a look at advice, how Alex and I can restore with balance within our connection. Okay, not a problem. Let me get my nice deck out. How can they restore a balance between them? If anybody knows Spanish, can you help me out? I do not know Spanish. I mean, I can speak some Spanish, but not all Spanish. And I definitely can't type in Spanish. All right. I don't know what I typed. Oh, God. Where did I leave you? Where are you at? Oh, shit. Where are you at? I don't know what I typed. Where did we go? Where'd you go? Did you take your questions back? All right. Get your questions. And then I will reshuffle. What a mess. Oh, dear. Let's see if I can do a generator. Give me a second. I will type again. Oops, so you have already done my questions. I'm in Spanish. All right, let's see. English to Spanish. Translator. Text. Word. I hope this translated everything right. So what I'm about to put in this chat, I hope to the gods that this is right for you, Angel. I hope that's right. I use Google, so I don't know if it will be right. Oh, let's see if I can get, is there another one? Try that. Hopefully that's right. I need advice on how to restore balance within the connection with Alex. We both really love each other, but we just aren't on the same page. And I'm hoping we can restore balance as friends. All right. God, I hope that's right, because if not, I just told somebody something in the language I don't even know what I said. Oh, Demetra, hello. Okay, so let's see. The advice needed to restore the balance with the connection with Alex. All right. Restoring a balance with Alex. Let's see. All right. So, good news and some bad news. Okay. So we got the Page of Cups, which kind of puts you guys right where you're at in this situation, where it feels like it's not something that you want to hold on to, which is brought by the Cancer in reverse. So it's the inability to let go of the old. So basically what's happening is you're both stubborn as fuck, okay? So imagine 2 stubborn people who care about each other, but they both want to be right. That's kind of where we're at. Then we got the Age of Wands, dear Lord. Ace of Wands in reverse, which is mothering. So there's no more mothering, no more babying, which is brought to you by Saturn, okay? Saturn basically is like, you need to work, bitch. You need to get it together. And that's kind of where we're at. Then we've also got the 10 of Pentacles, which is followed by Neptune. So there's a lot of gameplay where it keeps on going and going and going. That cycle needs to be broken. There should be no gameplay. It needs to be open and honest with this communication. Also, we got the 3 of Cups. This is a lack of celebration, but there is a new opportunity. So basically what it means is that you guys need to stop being bullheaded, come together and figure it out, something that works with both of you on an adult level. And then start working towards that instead of playing these games of back and forth that you guys are doing. You're focusing on everything else instead of the issues that are there. And the only way to fix those issues is to admit that there is issues and to be able to actually come together like adults and talk about those issues, which will open a new roadway in the path that you two have. All right. So I got like 2 decks here that I'm trying to mix together. We struggle with that. So that would be the first thing. Hey, Sandy, how are you, baby? And what would be your second question, baby? As far as restoring or whatever it is that we're doing. I want my noodles. Because, you know, nothing screams giving good advice like eating some noodles on camera, right? Plus, I have been addicted to these things. I can't stop eating them ever since I got them, and they're so good. So thanks again for my lunch, guys. I don't have one. I need advice. Okay. So, here's my advice. If y'all can do it and not be petty. You know what I mean? Not like petty, but like I need to be right petty. You know what I mean? Both of you need to get a piece of paper. It seems like some kids shit, but I promise you this will work. Get a piece of paper. Write down the shit that you think the other person needs to work on, okay? Then switch papers. And before each of you look at it, you need to go figure out who's going to go first. You know, figure out a system of where it's not going to be like turning into an argument. You know what I mean? Not writing down like, well, you're a dick, stop being an asshole. You know what I mean? Like things that have happened that have led you to that. So you write down what it is, and then you talk about it. Like, why do I feel this way? Why do you feel this way? Where can we come to the middle? That would be my advice. I'm about to eat some pasta myself. It's so good. And I would also suggest doing this and writing everything before you guys eat, okay? So do it before you guys are about to eat. Switch it. Have your food in front of you. Get the first taste of your food. Read the notes. It is harder than hell to have an argument when you're eating really good food, okay? And then you get the endorphins. So even though they're reading that, even if it's in a negative light, they're not going to take it as bad as if they weren't getting those endorphins kind of going. You know what I mean? Okay. Will we be able to link up and have the conversation about the next steps? Let's find out. I'm just saying, you might as well use some psychology to be in your favor. You know what I mean? Comfort food, something that you both enjoy. All right, where'd you go? Okay, so we do got the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups, you know, it speaks about being logical and helps one to make intelligent and long-lived, can also recover lost items and treasures. So this would be good news. This basically means that, you know, it's going to go in the right step. But when should we do it? That is the question. All right. So as far as number cards go, we got the 9 of Cups and we got the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups means that it's not going to be really a celebration, which we both know this, right? And then we take the 9, excuse me. And since the 3 is in reverse, that would put the 9 down to 6. 6 divided by 4. Whatever the fuck that is. Give me a second. I'm good at math, but I ain't that good. Okay, so we're looking anywhere between a day and a half or even an hour. Let's go an hour and a half to like a day and a half to a week and a half. This is around the time frame that would be perfect for you two to get together to actually have some talk. You know what I mean? Math. I'm just saying, I'm being honest. Like some are easier, but I'm like, yeah, if I could bring out the old calculator, right? But I would do it around this time frame just for the reason being it seems like it's a good time frame for you guys to be more open communication wise. Now, of course, who's going to make the first fucking move, right? Because that's how all good conversations start. Like, am I going to make the first move and then them think that they're right? You got to get that mentality out of your head first off. It's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's about, hey, let's get together, let's have some food, let's talk, let's chit chat. It's not going to be a shit show. Let's have fun. Hey, spiritual awakening. Okay. So, I'm going to get these other two. Demetrius first, then it's going to be Sandy. And then me and you, Sika, will talk while we're eating our noodles. Okay, Demetra. What do we got for you, baby? Demetra. Got Mars. Mars, who are we having? Mars and energy. Someone's energy is not vibing with yours. I don't know who it is. I don't know. It feels like almost like a work situation because it feels like someone that you normally wouldn't hang out with, and the energy just feels ew. So whoever it is, hopefully you can kind of like shield that from your energy. Now let's see what we got for Sandy. Sandy, we got Pisces in reverse, which that basically tells me that we're not feeling our emotions right now, which is followed by Pluto. So that means we're distancing our emotions from somebody. Hopefully it's a clean cut. You know what I mean? And spiritual awakening. Hey, baby. Spiritual awakening. We got the sun and Capricorn. So you're going to have an opportunity or someone come towards you, but it feels like they're going nowhere or the situation's going nowhere. Normally I see this, well, it's matters of money. So this may be work also, or it could be commission based. But whatever it is, we do got a stop with money involved afterwards, but it's an opportunity. So maybe you're going to lose some money before you gain money. Well, that's kind of what I got coming up, baby. Truth. So what is it? Like, what are we doing? I'm nosy as hell today. I mean, my Chinese, fill me in. Like, what's going on? What's with the money? What's with this opportunity? Tell me your life story. I'm in the mood to gab, eat Chinese. Like, this is like therapy. So imagine we're having therapy together, okay? None of us really know what the fuck we're doing. We all just somehow make it make sense. I have a business. What's your business? I feel like you told me that before, but I can't remember. So I'm going to act like you have, and I'm just bad at memory. Just spent a lot on equipment for landscaping. Ooh, you're a landscaper. You in Ohio? We work out deal. Don't ask me why I said it like that. I blame it on the Chinese. I love it here. Me too. Well, I'd rather be honest. Like, me trying to be fake does not work. Me being honest works. And today, there is no fucks given. Like, what other channel do you go on and they sit there and they eat Chinese with you? None. That's what makes us special. Making it back. Have workers in Las Vegas. Ooh, that's nice. So when we going to Vegas, baby? No, I'm just kidding. I would like to go to Vegas, and I know a few people in Los Angeles. But then I sit there and think about it, like, I would so lose my money. Either that, or I would just want to punch a bitch. I'm going to spend money to make money. Ain't that the truth, baby? So technically, if we want to get realistic, me ordering out is technically part of my business expense because we are sitting here eating on this channel. It's like a pagan mukbang. Mary Maybe. I don't know why I wanted to call you Mary. Sorry about that, babe. Babe. We got Sagittarius. You got your eye on something, but you don't know how to go about it. And then we got Uranus, which means that you feel like you can't fulfill it. Exactly. Does my ancestors accept my offering? I would assume so, as long as it's something that they liked in their lifetime. Now, if you're wanting me to do an ancestral reading, that's a 30-minute reading, baby, for the minimum. But if you want to know if they like it, ask for signs. Like, if I put anything on my ancestral altar or I offer something to them, and I'm like, hey, if you guys don't like it, move something in the house. If you don't like it, whisper in my ear or something like that, that you could easily know, hey, that's them saying, oh, hell no, bitch, you fucked up. But if you're doing workings with them and you offer them something, follow your work. So let's say you do some magic money work, right, with one of your ancestors. If that goes the opposite way, you know that your offering was not great. If you can't pull for my dad, I need to know if he wants me to keep the land. Yeah, I'll do that. I don't mind pulling for the dead. But one day, spiritual, you're going to have to buy me lunch. So we got young man, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Eight of Wands. So I'm saying it is a no-go, just because the Wheel of Fortune's in reverse. And then we got the Eight of Wands, which is knowledge and favors. So it doesn't feel like it's one of those things where they want it done. The only reason I say that is because of the Wheel of Fortune being in reverse. Which means, it could also mean that even if you do sell it, you may not get what you're asking for it. You know what I mean? So it may not be that bad. Okay, so hard K. Where are we at? See what we got for you. You need to embrace the dark. Love without uncondition. And stop being patient. So be patient is in reverse. So you need to take action instead of sitting back. Hopefully that helps you. It's on fire as we speak. Well, that's probably why you're not going to get much out of it. I'm so sorry. That's fucked up. Oh, please excuse me. I do apologize, but that fucking sucks that it's on fire. I heard over the weekend that, is it in Cali also? Because I know Cali's been dealing with issues, and then you had fireworks going off this past weekend. So I think it's like super bad that they can't get nothing out there. You know what you should do? What I would personally do? If all the land burnt and you could do it, you could allow people to have day events there. So like, let's say an organization or somebody pays you to have like a little event there or whatever. Because by that time, the land's going to be all clear, right? Questions, baby, I do charge for. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I'm so sad. My noodles are almost gone. And they're so good. So sad. It's worth a lot. I was thinking spiritual Taurus, which would... It's a vortex. See, that would be fine. like a spiritual retreat, or like have it where they do like a guided meditation, you know what I mean? Like a spirit walk. That would be fun. Shakira, though, you do get a card, baby. Even though I do charge for questions. Let's see what we got. So we got Know Your Fears. Which, to me, when I see it in reverse, that's telling me that we're either it's not that we're not knowing our fears. It's that we're blocking them out of our mind so we can keep continuing. Or it could be that there's fears that we're having that we're not addressing. So look at Telos on YouTube. Is that your land, or is that what you're thinking about doing? That's a tribe. Oh, look at Telos on YouTube. It's a beautiful place. So I needed to address my fears. Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Shakira. Oh, that's a tribe. Look at me. See, I don't know much. But I am going to look it up on Google. See what we got. Well, Google is not showing much. I'll have to look it up when I get off here. Telos on YouTube. I'm going to copy that. Just that way so I have it for myself later. Excuse me. Google MT Sasha Vortex. Okay, I am currently about to Google that. I like learning all these different things from you guys. It's interesting to see. Come on, show me images. Now that is gorgeous. Oh, I would love to see that. I don't know. There's something about mountains that's always called to me. Why am I so emotional, and will things go better for me? Well, everybody's emotional. Just some people are better at hiding it than others. So don't feel bad if you're in your emotion. That just means that you're in the process of healing. Now, as far as will things get better, that's totally up to you. If you dwell in it too long, then no, things will not get better. But if you allow it to happen, acknowledge that it happened, and move on from it, then yes, things will get better. Now, as far as a card from your guides, let's see what we got. Yep. That's basically what you're doing. You're washing away your burdens. You're not letting them have hold over you anymore. So let this process continue, and then pick yourself back up and get back on the path of life and everything else, and keep moving forward. Because that's what it is. It's just us moving from one rest stop to another. And just see it as right now you're at a rest stop in your life, okay? And my coffee just went off. Yeah. Excuse me. You're welcome, baby. Right. Oh, please read about it when you get the time. The Phillips connect to the land, and you will be able to look at Pluto's caves of crystals. Really? That's fucking amazing. See, I think I'm eventually going to do like a United States tour. and just be like, go, if you want me in your state, email me. And then that way I can make it like a little roadmap and we can do like little travels and do different readings in different areas and maybe do some like rituals or something in different states. That would be so much fucking fun. I think I want to do that. I don't know when I could do it, but I want to do it because that sounds so much fun. Which I'm not going to lie, I'm a big girl doing big things. So if you take me on a nature hike anywhere, we're going to be there all day. Because it's going to be like, oh, it's so hot. But if you're in a cold climate, we're besties. For sure. So awesome. A campsite for spiritual leaders, right? That's what I'm saying. Like a little spiritual getaway. That would be nice. There's actually a couple rituals that deal with either doing it in a cave mountain or doing it on top of a mountain. Now, me personally, I'm not adventurous enough to go to like Mount Everest or anything like that. So that's never going to happen. But doing it inside of a cave, now that would be fun. I'm in here and I'm watching my dogs and they're both cuddled up. And you know how like sometimes the light will come through a window and it'll shine on the floor perfectly. And the dogs are just laying there like, comfort. I'll tell you what, this heat wave though is fucking ridiculous. I'm not a fan of it, not whatsoever. And then talking about like ozone and that whole fuckery, and I'm just like over it. My dad left it to me and he's in a different dimension. So I'm getting cross signals, but I'm glad I have 1.1 acres. And that's what I'm saying. That's a good thing. You know, from a personal perspective, one thing I wish my mom would have never done is sold my dad's house. Like the house was shit, but the land was great. It was like one of those lands, like even every speck of dirt, you know what I mean, feels like it's got that magical oomph to it. And when you have places like that, the older you get, the more you love having that kind of land around. All right. You guys have been told before. So we're going to remove that. And you can get a card. You just got to be subscribed. My dear. Do, 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 do. I think eventually I'm just going to get a sign and put here, like, I charge for questions. But then I would have to write it backwards so you guys would be able to see it. All right, let's see what we got. You are being blocked by a few things. You're being blocked by your dark side or dark forces. You're being blocked from a connection, and you're being blocked from a couple. So I don't know what couple you got in your life, but they are blocking you, baby. What's your link for paying you? It just depends on what you want. Now I have Cash App and I have PayPal. So it's just whatever you want. It's all down in the description though, babe. What's that mean? Blocking? It basically means you got a couple that doesn't want to see you succeed. That a couple means a pair. Like it doesn't matter what sex or who they are, but you've got somebody, well, two somebodies who are looking down on you. And it's not in a good way. I can definitely feel it, but what the fuck am I supposed to do? What the fuck am I supposed to do? I mean, it really depends on you. I mean, you could get white girl wasted. You could hex them. You could cut cords with them. You could do a binding spell. So whatever they try to do backfires on them. You could do a return to sender spell. You could, if you want to go scary horror movie kind of thing, you can even do some like Blair Witch sticks and leave it on their porch if you just want to give them a scare. It just really depends. Oh, baby, you're fine. When it comes to like magical questions and stuff like that, I really don't care. You know what I mean? Oh, baby, you should have seen me earlier. Not earlier, but yesterday. I was literally using my knife as a pendulum. I think it's my sister, to be honest. Ooh, that fucking sucks, because that's blood ties right there. I don't get that, why people, even family. You think family, we all get fed this fucking idea that family is like this great thing, but most of the time they're the ones fucking you over, which is bullshit. But yeah, if you think it's her, you could also leave hot foot powder. These are things I would suggest. But also remember, anything that you do, you need to also have protection for yourself. So whatever you do, make sure you protect yourself as well, so nothing can backfire on you. What's your questions, baby? I know, it just vibrated, and I was like, ooh, we're vibrating. What can I do for you, baby? I really hate my hair right now. It's driving me nuts. I haven't done shit with it, and I can admit it. I am proud of you. But, like, I gotta do something with my hair tomorrow. Some days I wish I had a girl that could, like, braid my hair back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need, like, cornrows, but, like, something just to do what I want. You know what I mean? That way I don't have to fuck with it forever. Oh. Like, I thought having short hair will be so much easier, but really it just makes me not want to do anything more with it. I'm not even gonna lie. Thought about doing dreads, but I don't think I really got the face for dreads. Some people look great with dreads. I don't think I'd look great with dreads. But I'll tell you what, my hair is made for dreading. Because it just, after a couple days, if I don't do anything with it, it mads up so bad. What? I'm having a major block. Hearing anything from my loved ones, I feel like I'm blocked. It's weird. If you feel like you're getting blocked, it could be that your mind is going on so many different things. I mean, if you think about it, you got land that's on fire, right? So, I mean, anything that affects like your mind, like your overthinking, is going to affect how you receive messages. Especially if you feel like you're under a lot of stress, If I could give you a technique to try, though, and you could try it tonight, and it would be easy to do. So, or whenever the fuck you go to bed. It doesn't have to be night. I'm not your mama. So, if you want to communicate, the best way that I found to communicate and also to astral travel is when you go to bed, lay in your bed in the darkness, if that's what you like. If you don't, whatever. Close your eyes and let your mind fucking wander. And you can even do this during the day. You don't necessarily have to do it when you're asleep. And when I say wander, I mean let it go. Let it have free range, okay? Start thinking of the craziest shit and just let it dwindle off. You know how, like, when you're thinking to yourself, you have one thing and then it leads you down a rabbit hole, and then you're like, why do squirrels bury their nuts kind of bullshit? Let your mind do that random shit, okay? And once you let your mind do that for a good 15, 20 minutes, of just this crazy, sporadic stupidity, life issues, the whole 9 yards. You'll get into what I call the blank state of mind. Once you get into that blank state of mind, you'll start hearing things. You'll start getting visions. You'll start having things appear. Speaking of that, I'll tell you what happened to me last night. And if anybody hears this from around the world, know that I fucking witnessed this happen. Sorry, cough drop. Anyway, it was fucking weird and creeped me out, okay? Like, I've never seen anything like this. And it was so fucking vivid. Like, I woke up like, like that. You know what I mean? Like, ah! Okay, so here's what it was. There was 2 girls on this balcony, and it looked like it was somewhere where there was a beach. So to me, it looked like there was a resort of some kind. Because if you look, you know what some of them balconies that them hotels have, where it has the glass, where you know it has the bars and then it has the glass because they're trying to be fancy or what the fuck ever. But realistically, it wasn't a great design. Anyway, so they're on this big balcony where I think it might have been like, you know how some hotels, they'll have the balcony outside of the dining area or whatever. That's kind of what it looked like. And I remember seeing this white beach and seeing this ocean behind it. And then underneath, there was like all this greenery. So like here is where the balcony part is, where you actually lean over to like look and out into the distance, whatever. And then underneath was all that greenery. Well, these 2 girls ended up getting into it. The one girl that I felt was in her for a moment and then was out of her, she had long blonde hair down to here, but it wasn't like blonde, you know what I mean? Like it was like a dirty blonde, you know what I mean? Kind of like back in the day when Boy Meets World and Topanga kind of hair. It was down to here. She had this white jacket on, white shirt, jeans on, with like a brown belt of some kind. And literally these 2 girls getting into an argument. This girl with the dark hair ends up pushing this girl off the balcony. And literally I watched this girl fall. And at one moment I'm in her and I'm falling with her. And then my soul goes out because it's like, what the fuck? And I'm watching this girl literally fall to what I'm going to assume is her death. And that freaked me the fuck out last night. So, fair warn, if you keep on doing this, you may end up getting some shit that you weren't meant to see. And it freaked me the fuck out. Like, I'm actually, when I get done with this live, going to look it up and see if anything like that's happening with that girl matching the description. Because I don't remember what the conversation was about, but I know there was no one else there with them. And I remember seeing this girl go like this. Like when she pushed her, she pushed with force right here. And I felt it. And this girl literally tumbled over the back of this railing. And then I just watched her fall. Like it was so fucking insane. So fair warning, you do this long enough, you might end up getting some things like that. Just to let you know. Oh, look up Luminera as well. Okay, I'm about to look that up. Like, I've never had that happen. I've had gods come through. I've had messages from spirits come through. I've had visions of being in different places. Luminera discovered radical content that was supposed to be. But that was the first time I've seen someone be violent to another person and possibly watch their death. So if y'all see something like that, send it to me in an email if it matches that. Because if it does, then I can help them figure out who the fuck killed this girl. I don't know if it's what it was, but it was so real. And just the emotion, you know, like when you get scared, like you feel like you're falling, but you're not falling. It was like that, but 10 times worse. So yeah. Anyway, back to helping you get unblocked. Besides my craziness. So, suggestions that I would also just suggest for you is at least trying, I wouldn't say weekly because realistically, nobody's fucking got time for that, right? So, once a month, set off some time to actually clear your chakras. Now, you can do it by meditation, like putting, you know, the different stones on the different corresponding body, or seeing it all in your mind and imagining each light for the different points in the body to actually clear it out. You can also clear it out with each chakra has its own scent that is associated with it. You can take that oil that has the scent that is associated with it, and you can do that. You can also take I can't remember what exactly it is. It's almost like a tree branch in a way, and you can light it on fire. It smells good. I think it's like pine. You can take pine and actually light it and shake it over your chakras and have a mantra or a chant to go with it to kind of clear it and realign it. That's what I'm saying. It was some weird shit. Like the only thing, hey Joshua, crook cookie. Anyway, but yeah, girl, we're gonna girl, boy, whoever you are. I don't know. Who am I to assume your gender or sexual orientation? Because realistically, I don't know. But whatever you may be, alien and everything else, like that's crazy. And if you ever want to talk, like email me. Hey Ranger, how are you doing, baby? All right, so we got some people coming in. You know me, Wicked Love. Oh, you changed your name. I forgot about that. Or is this a new account? Everybody changes their name up on me. I don't know. I do like the green rose, though. Jessica, we got conflict. What's going on, baby? Not doing well. To be honest, I just subscribed, by the way. Well, thank you. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry you're not doing well. Let's see what we got. We got ungrounded, unbalanced, emotional and spiritual distress. And we've got Uranus, which deals with desires and manifestations, and South Node, which means that we're not reaching it because it's in reverse. So what's causing the imbalance? What's causing this chaos in your life, baby? My energy is off today. I can see that. Especially when you got Jupiter coming in. Ragnar. Why is your energy off, Ragnar? Too many haters, baby. I know how that is. I can't change my name. Then no one will find me. I just have to let him hate. I already did one for you, Shara K. But that was like 30 minutes ago, baby. So you'll actually have to go back. Which realistically, if I had to go back, I would hate it. Because I know how much I, chit chat and shit. I don't know why, to be honest. I got a theory. If you ever have emotions where, like, it's not you. You know what I mean? There's a few things. Like, environment plays a key. And I'm not talking about just, like, the bullshit environment. But I'm talking about, like, geologically, the environment that you're in. Especially if you live somewhere either remote with an eerie vibe to it, or if you live in a big city that has a lot of trauma that builds up, you know what I mean? I think there's just certain days where we hone in on it more than others. I don't know where the hell that is, but I'm about to look it up. That's another thing I love. Learning new stuff, new places. Let's check the images. The vibe that it gives me is like almost like a wrong turn, but on an upscale. You know what I mean? You know, the other day, Jess, I almost sent you a text message, but I didn't want to be that weirdo, like going, hey, what's going on? And then I got distracted. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, your town, though, almost gives that feeling of like the town could probably bury you and the whole town would keep it a secret. Bates Motel vibes. Exactly. Exact Bates Motel vibes. And then you also got to think about, like, I don't know if you believe in ley lines or even know what ley lines are, but there are certain points where it's believed that these ley lines, when they connect, they have energy that surges through them that can either amplify good energy or amplify bad energy. It just depends on where it's at geologically. So that would definitely be something to look into. You could also look into just if you've been around certain new people, different, people around you. I ended a relationship, but it was only for a week, so that not so much hurt. But that was like, it's like I always fall in the love department, but I always believe in love, though. It's just, I'm tired. Sometimes we give more of ourselves to other people than we give to ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, take time to focus on you. Like, a lot of people have issues with being with themselves, which I can understand. But when you start learning to care more about yourself than trying to find other people that you can place that love and affection that you wish for, then you can start actually using that love and affection that you would give somebody else towards yourself. And I know it sounds very self-helpy. You know what I mean? Like, bet you just need to focus on yourself. Get your shit together, drink you some wine, live your best life. I know that's how it sounds. But realistically, if you don't ever fix what's broken inside the home, you're going to get some crappy buyers or renters along the way. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I like to think of things in different analogies. Maybe it's time for you to actually just reconnect with yourself. And you might discover that yourself is better than what you're trying to reach for. Hey, can I get a general, please? I don't know. Can I get a fucking $1 million, please? It would be nice. $1 million or at least a trip to the beach. Honestly, my mom has a Tyke's vibe, and I can't wait till I start working so I can take time for myself and make myself happy. Yeah, sometimes, you just got to get away. Family and life, and it seems darker than it is right now, but eventually all things work themselves out. Now, deep, since you asked for a reading, like, oh my God, you need to stay strong and let your emotions flow. You need to feel what you need to feel instead of trying not to feel anything at all. And that is followed by a new day is dawn. So just remember, the shit that happens from the day before, you may carry it on to the next day, but it's not got the same impact. It's what's happened. You just gotta see it like it's just another test in this life of reality or virtual reality, or we're basically all Sims. Someone's controlling the strings somewhere, I noticed today, since you've been all speaking about energy, I don't know if it's just today or if it's just me, but it feels like time is moving slower. And I've noticed it, and it's freaky as fuck. I don't know if it's just like one of those days where you notice, like, man, time's going so slow, And it's not like I'm watching time. It's just I'm noticing time. Maybe that's the key to life. If we focus on time all the time, then maybe we can slow time down so that way we can use our time wisely. Ain't that a fucking riddle? Doo-doo. Yes. Yes. There's no time and space. Exactly. Time is a construct that we use to try to manage life, when in reality, we are the time that manages life. We're the ones that build the time. Therefore, we're the ones that control the time. So if that's true, there's no time and space, but time is only a construct of one's mind, then what does that mean for space travel? I don't know. I was going down a rabbit hole. It made sense for a little bit, and then it just kind of fizzled out and burned. I really wish I had more noodles, though. Those noodles were good. Damn addicting noodles. You know, here's a weird thing. I seen this girl talking on TikTok, right? And she was talking about how, like, when she was over in the European countries, everything tasted better, and she didn't gain weight. Like, she would eat sugar and all this stuff that's supposed to be bad for you. But she was actually losing weight instead of gaining weight. But then when she came over here, everything tasted bland and, like, not right. And she actually started gaining weight. So there's a fun thought for you to ponder over. Watch the clock always confuses me. I know. It's like watching paint dry. What gets me is, like, we're talking all about space travel. And you've got companies already trying to build, like, hotels in space. Like, who's going to go up there? Only the rich, because you ain't going to make it affordable for the poor. So, like, and honestly, if there was one that, you know, it was like, let's say $50 per ticket, right? I wouldn't be trusting that rocket. I'd be like, what kind of paper glue, liquid nail, ghetto is this machine? Hi, can I get a read? Only if you subscribe. That's how we get our followers. Subscribe. Come to the dark side. Little lamb. Speaking of you, little lamb, you're having issues with love, baby. Either not feeling loved or maybe a heartbreak. Done. Always do that first. And then we're being blocked by love. So maybe there's a love that you're trying to obtain, but you're not being able to obtain it. Because we've also got Jupiter, which deals with the spiritual aspect. And then we got the 5th house, which deals with creativity and matters of love. So hopefully, my dear, we can figure out what's going on. And we can turn it upside down, you know what I mean? Make it back again. Make it right. Make it the way that we wish for it to be. By the way. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yes. I don't know what to do. So now I'm just sitting here staring at your guys' comments, waiting for a conversation to spark. Not even going to lie. Oh, yeah, that was life insurance. That's another thing that Hubby was talking about today. I think this whole thing with his dad scared him. All right, baby. Just let me know where. Hopefully it's Cash App. Because PayPal, I like PayPal, don't get me wrong. But to transfer PayPal over to my Cash App card just takes forever. But I think the whole thing with his dad kind of scared him a little bit. And now he's kind of like, ooh, let's try to do stuff. And I'm like, so he made me look into life insurance day. And for me and him to have life insurance, it'd be like $60 a month. But if we were going to help his mom and dad get life insurance, it would be like almost $200 a month, which is fucking ridiculous. Random thought of the day. It's times like this, I just wish I had like 100 acres and we could have our own private like graveyard somewhere in our land. Do 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 no. Oh no. That's not bad. Because every time I use my Cash App card, it gives me Bitcoins. And it's always interesting to see how many Bitcoins I achieve from buying useless shit. Because, you know, Bitcoin is like this future money or some shit, you know. Here's my question to everybody out there. Do you think eventually that we'll have one world currency, or do you think it'll just be how it's always been? Because to me, I think if it went all electronic and there was no more paper or coin money, it would be a lot easier, you know, to do transactions between countries or transactions between people. The only bad thing would be hackers. That would be the only downfall of it. I so thought of a cemetery because I worked in the funeral industry and it's running out of room and it's an awesome idea. Right? That's what I'm saying. Have you ever seen where they do like the natural burials where they'll actually wrap you in like a cloth shawl and just put you down into the ground, and they don't leave no tombstone, no nothing. It's just they let nature take back over. Which really, if you want my personal opinion when it comes to cemeteries and graveyards, okay, so here's the tea. Look at how many people die. And we all have that one graveyard or cemetery that all of our family for generations have been buried in, but yet they still have room for people. How does that happen? Do those bodies eventually get dug up? And do they get moved? Or do they just keep on piling people on top of each other? And it's just a big scam. I always wonder that. Because some of the things that I've seen is just trees, cremation. So, cremation. I don't know if I want to be burned. You know what I mean? I don't know if I want to be burned. Yes, after 100 years. Really? I didn't know that. So after 100 years, they just start stockpiling them on top of each other. Also, for anybody who's into like dark stuff like we're talking about, because obviously, there is a girl who actually answers questions about funerals and arrangements and stuff. I love her channel. I found it one night while digging in YouTube. I can't remember her channel's name, but I'm doing good. Haven Flower, how are you doing, baby? Oh, snap. Ooh, we got the first house in reverse. That means tell me that you're not focusing on yourself and your responsibilities in your life. You need to start focusing on that, okay? The first house is the house of self, and when the house of self is in reverse, that means that you're either dealing with health issues or basically you're just not, you know, taking care of yourself, whether it be mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever. But you are breaking cycles because we do got Neptune in reverse, so, you know, it's a little bit of chaos, but it's kind of controlled in a way, or it's benefiting you. Hey, Ty. Could you do it as a job? What job? What kind of job? No choice. It's resold. No, they cremate the remains and they resell the caskets after 31 years on contract. No one reads small print. That is fucking insane. So here's my question, okay? So what if they buy their own casket, not from them? Do they still resell someone else's casket? Oh my God, I feel like we're getting the deets. Tell it all. work with dead people. That is fucked up. Okay. There's a cemetery that we're planning to get buried in, and I'm going to read that motherfucking fine print because I want to see that face to face because that's some fucking bullshit. Okay, that is so fucking bullshit. I would be pissed. Especially, like, a dead body was in there, you know? Well, I mean, eventually another one's going to be in there, you know what I mean? But, like, unless you were cremated and a butt, and a butt, and a putt, a notch and wall. Wait, they resell your casket? I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what? I'm so looking into this after this conversation. They rent the caskets. Also, they rent the ones that they have. So what about when they put you in that vault thingy? You know what I'm talking about? Niche vault. Okay, so I get what you're talking about, like when they're actually going into the wall. But you know which ones? Like, I'm bougie, okay? Bougie as can bougie can be. And if I ever die and I had bucos of money, I would want like one of those above ground where it almost looks like a crypt, you know what I mean? For me and the hubsters. But I want it to look like a Greek pantheon building. That's the ones I kind of like, with a couple statues out front, you know what I mean? And then around the top, different symbols. I'm not getting burned. Right? We already lived that past life. I've got so much trash around me, it's gross. All right, guys, give me a second. I'm going to clean up my area because I feel like I'm being nasty. BRB. Be right back, bitches. All right. If the gate's done open, we need to worry about that. If the gate's done open, we don't want to worry about that, right? That's what I'm talking about. Screw it. I'm actually going to take this in there because I'm one of those weirdos that reuses bowls. I'm back. I think I'm done with readings for the day. But I will chit chat and bullshit. I was using my bowl. Put more weed in it. Well, wrong bowl, but I love the enthusiasm. Excuse me. God, it's almost 6 o'clock. All right, y'all. I might end up getting off here because it is almost 6 o'clock at night, and I can at least get one more episode in, you know, of that good show I was watching last night before, you know, the hubby calls and all that fun jazz. But have fun, my dearies. I will be back tomorrow, and hopefully I see some of you guys again. And my video is buffering. So, bye, guys.